welcome, welcome, welcome from the wonderful place of my cabin on a boat on a cruise ship. But before you lose your horses, I did not get on a cruise. I just am here for this one night. Woohoo! But it all started when I came to Holmford, in the wonderful place of Yorkshire, in England, and I went to Holmford to cat sit on Safi and Nello, the most wonderful cuddly cats there are, the cats of Rosemary. I don't know why I'm telling this like a fairy tale, maybe because it feels like it. I guess so, I'm feeling like it. So Rosemary was so kind, she all the time let me message her and she messaged back any questions. Alright, I've been staying in this wonderful village, Holmford, which apparently is a very well-known, famous place for the well-known, wonderful series of The Last of the Summer Wine of the, what did it say, 17th century, 1970s, almost the same. The thing about these villages, I just love it that they are in the mountains so much that whenever you go to the village center, wherever you live, you have to go down the hill, and when you go back home you go up the hill again. And I can imagine that if you live there longer you would be like, oh no, why do I live so much up a hill? But now I was like, I love that I live up the hill for now, because I feel so much like a foreigner now in a different country, which is so cool, and I feel like adventurous. So I just loved it. Now here I'm working, and aren't you two just the cutest? Yes. Yeah! And then we have you here, Sappho. Well, hello from England! Or in other words, ooh. You're walking away now. That was... My plan for this holiday was to not only relax but also do some creative things. Start to write again on my story, which I've not been writing on since last winter. Also doing my exercises with yoga, and then the moment I would get on the floor, Sappho would come and demand some scratches and batting, while I would be in this incredible position, which is one hand free, and I'd be like, and it was, oh, I liked it. I liked everything, I guess. Yeah. Then I would make a lovely meal in this lovely kitchen, which I loved, so cozy and fun. And then I would go on an outdoor adventure for a few hours to film for one of my 2 music videos I was planning to film during this trip. And it was actually just a lot of fun. I know, we get to the exploring part. I wanted to explore this wonderful Peak District nature reserve very close by. But then, when I came there, I asked everyone for directions and help, which was very helpful, usually, but also meant a lot of different opinions. This one lady from one of the drawing classes told me that it was practically perfect, practically imperfect, practically not possible to get to the Peak District without a car. And that I should go to all these other places to get the full Yorkshire experience. So I started to do that. I went to York, and this is this medieval big town, and you have Middle Ages and 21st century all true and mixed in each other. And you also have there Diagon Alley. The inspiration for Diagon Alley. It was basically Diagon Alley. My favorite experience from being in there was this one boy standing in front of a sweet shop saying, "This is Honeyjukes, this is Honeyjukes, Dad, this is Honeyjukes." I love that so much. Just the magic coming to life, you know. I just love these double deckers. And to sit on top. Right now I have a private suite. What I wanted to do. I really wanted to get to the Peak District. Only with the bus I could get to the very border of it, which meant that I would be walking a lot, and then at some point in the distance I'd see this raw, wild mountain. And it's magic. I've never seen that in real life before, only on videos from other people. So I loved that, but I was a bit annoyed almost by a village behind me in also beautiful hills, which a week before that I found astonishingly beautiful. But I was like, now that I've seen this rawness, I want to go there, get into it, but I can't. But I kind of could. It wasn't too easy, but I could. And there was one point when I got down the hill from all the traffic and people, so I couldn't see them anymore, and I could look around me 360 degrees and see wild, pure nature. Magic. Now look at this view. This is really not too bad, is it? The terrible thing is, I've grown spoiled. Well, not spoiled yet. I've grown hungry for this here. Look at that. That is just next level beauty. The rawness, the undescribableness of it all. The more raw, the better. and I had the most fun making my music videos. And then, well, one of them, because the second one was to be made at the seaside. I actually went for 5 days just to the seaside, to the wonderful village of, are you ready for it now? Roos! Yay! And actually, people, this is the Dutch word, written just like this for roos, which is in English rose. I had to think about it. Rose. So the flower, you know, do we see it on here anywhere? No, because I don't know if most people in Roos actually realize that this means rose. But I'm convinced that some Dutch people came here on this boat, no, in Roos to make you know, the sand not crumble off but go on top of each other again. Well, kind of to stop the erosion and help people live there, because they had already done that in the Netherlands. Someone told me that, who just was working on the streets in Homford, and we came to talk, and he said, where are you from? The Netherlands. And then he started talking in Dutch to me, starting with a Dutch shouting word. I don't know, I don't even know the word for it, because I never use those words. Oh well, a shouting word, a word you shout. From there I went a few times to the seashore, to 3 different places on the sea, and I think it was incredible how different all these places looked, being quite close to each other. I just love the cliffs. We don't have them in the Netherlands. We all have flat sand where you can wonderfully swim, which is, I know, wonderful. But we all love what we cannot see every day, right? This was wonderful. And one day I walked to the sea. Only that feeling of being able to walk to the sea from the place I was staying, I've never been able to do that. That was wonderful. But the thing was, public footpaths in England are not public footpaths in the Netherlands. And it made me laugh so hard. You would see this sign, public footpath, and you would be like, it's pointing into a bush. Should I walk into that bush? Then you try and you find there's sort of a path made by just a lot of people having stepped on the grass there. So you're like, okay, I'll walk on, I'll go beyond 10 steps, 10 feet beyond. I cannot see where this is going, but I'll try. And that was what this was all about. Again, it felt like a scavenger hunt, and I had the best time. I think I went 2 times as long on walking to there than I walked going back, just by trying to find a way and being so happy and astonished about it. If you just embrace the things that come with going to a place where you don't know anything, then it's all a scavenger hunt. For free. of roots, I stayed with the wonderful Chris and Ian, and Chris took me to Memorial Day on the 10th of November. It's officially the 11th, but this was a Sunday, and all the time I've been here these 3 weeks, I saw poppy decorations everywhere, on everything, on fields being put there, made by creative ways, by bottles upside down, very creative, and all those things, and also by brooches on people's things. And I loved that this whole month was all about the remembering them, and I guess in a sort of positive, loving way, as in a sort of thanks, you know, not only the sadness of the losses, but also the gratefulness for the bravery of these people from all wars, not only the last one. So I went to the ceremony, and a minister was speaking, and it touched my heart. What I really took from it was this. We talked about a few battles during the Second World War, which most people, me included, had never heard of. And of all those people there that died. And then I thought, well, those people in those battles are not anything less significant than the people who were on the battles of, for example, D-Day, when they came to Europe to free everyone. So that means that it doesn't matter so much if you win or lose a certain battle, because it's all about your intention. These people had the intention to be brave, to fight for what they believe in, for the freedom of the people at home and future generations. And that's not a lost cause. That's something that has, I'm sure, driven generations after that, like the hippies, for a feeling of peace. And I was like, so I usually put this the bar so high for myself, needing to get certain goals done, that I guess they don't happen just because my bar is so high. Like my videos, I've not been able to do them enough. And then I found it's not about that goal or winning a war. It's about your intention. My intention to bring some happiness and inspiration to people, to help you and them feel that you can be yourself. And for example, go on an adventure, or maybe not literally, but through this, then if one person is inspired by that, that's wonderful. And if none, then still it was my intention, and maybe future generations can benefit from that in some way, just by my intention. I guess I really know that your intention is already enough, you know? So after this ceremony, I went out so sort of rejuvenated in a sad but happy way. I felt really, really inspired, and this whole trip was all about getting out of my comfort zone to work, do things I needed to do, to then realize that they are so much worth it. And yeah, I feel very powerful now by just going through it all, you know, and doing it without thinking about the goal, but thinking about that I want to do it. And that's enough.
Hello! We're here at sunny Tunstall.
I really like that man standing up
Yeah,
there,
I know, it looks as if he's going to come over.
yeah, looks so very brave. I've been on the beach for 2 hours now, filming in my bathing suit, so I'm pretty cold right now. And I'm really not so much feeling to what I'm going to do now. Swim in the ocean. But it's pretty much what this video I've been making has been leading up to, this whole music video, so I feel I have to. And it's all about getting through that what you do not like, which is not comfortable, but in some way really makes you feel alive. So let's do it! Woo! I'm going to do it! Woohoo! And then, speaking about getting out of the comfort zone, today I took a swim in the sea. Can I just skip this? Then I thought, no, I really can't. This is really the end of the video where everything comes together. It's all about getting out of your comfort zone and going for it. So I knew I have to do this. Let's do it. So I went. And I felt rejuvenated. It was fun. And also afterwards, I felt my whole body getting red and getting the blood pumping through my whole body, and I felt so alive and so grateful that I'm healthy now and that I could just do this. And I still feel like my body is warmer, that it's still pumping through the blood much better. But it's also pretty hot in here, so I'm probably red, and it's so good. So I did it, and then I got this wonderful lift by Chris and Ian to this boat, which will bring me home. Well, first to Rotterdam, and then back to Maastricht, and I'll just sleep here. I'm the luckiest person. Are we moving yet? I feel like this is a different view than I had before. Maybe you've been seeing it move all the time. This is so funny. I don't actually feel we're moving. I have to look. I have to. Wait. So that's what going on a boat is all about. You don't even notice it if you don't pay attention. And I just feel so grateful that I'm here, and that I could go on a trip where I could really do anything I want. And still I didn't do nothing. I did do a lot, but in a way that felt effortless. That's difficult. And who knows? I hope that now I can make more frequent videos, but I don't want to... don't want you to to expect it, or me to expect it. I just want the intention to go for this. That's enough, right? That's enough. Now I will go on an adventure on a cruise ship and I'll show you this wonderful drawing of Gracie, who made this for past warriors. And if you feel in any way like a warrior, all the best, all the love. Know that it's not about the goal, winning, but the intention. With that, you're already really doing something incredible. Thank you.